Hey folks, today I'm gonna see if we can try to make a do-it-yourself homemade rain barrel just using a pretty cheap garbage can, probably the cheapest garbage can you can find. Got this for about $8 on sale at Ace Hardware. You could probably find them cheaper at Craigslist or whatever, but I couldn't find one that cheap. Just a basic cheap garbage can. No locks, no wheels, just the lid that kind of sits on, but it's got handles so that I could use a bungee cord or whatever to lock the lid on if I wanted to. Power tools, got a drill, got drill bits, and I've got a pretty cheap spigot that I had on a Mr. Beer brewing kit. I no longer brew beer, or I've at least taken a sabbatical from brewing beer. Never say never, but got a little spigot here, and I figured, well, let's see if it might fit onto the garbage can, and if it works, we've got us a pretty cheap rain barrel. I've got a downspout from my house right here, and it kind of looks like it could easily come apart right there, and I can just kind of fit in this downspout right into the garbage can, and like I said, if it works, we might just have us a pretty cheap rain barrel. So let's get started. All I'm going to do is just drill a hole in this thing, and then take apart that lower end of the downspout, see if I can get the garbage can in there, and then I might cut a hole into the top of the lid here so that it fits right onto the downspout there. And like I said, if it works, I might just have me about a $10 rain barrel, and we'll see what happens. Alright folks, so I put I think I used a 3/4 inch drill bit, got it threaded through, attached the spigot. That was super easy. Went ahead and tested it. You can see it's kind of screwed in right there, and I put some water in just to see if it would hold. And it's holding for the most part. There's a slow leak right there. I'll see what I can do to try to stop it, but for the most part it's holding its own. Might see what I can do about adding maybe some something around the edge here. But let's see how well it dispenses. Oh yeah. I like it. Okay folks, it's complete. I went ahead, what I did to try to stop that slow leak was I got some, in my garage I already had some, what's it called, silicone. So I just put some silicone on the outside here. It's pretty much dry. I tested it and it's not leaking anymore, so it's, looks like it's doing its job pretty well. One thing that I noticed was that, this probably won't pass the test for some of you purists out there, but it's gonna hold its own for me. So you can tell I put in a little bit of water right there. It's past the mark, and looks like I still have a little bit of work to do to patch up that slow leak, but I'll get that done. And what I did was I attached some vinyl tubing, and let's test it out, see if it works. And it is. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're getting some water out of here. We can also use this to water our plants. I've got some work to do, I think, with this vinyl tubing. I think I might have to cut it short a little bit just to kind of get it so it'll flow a little bit better. As you can see right now, it's coming out about as fast as it can. And like I said, nothing fancy, just something to hold water, and then in those hot summer months when I want to water my garden plants, this will allow me to fill up my watering cans without having to run the water, conserve a little bit of water, utilize rainwater as much as possible, and you can kind of see it's overflowing right now. So it's doing its job. So as soon as I get this little slow leak patched up, I'll have myself a nice little $10 rain barrel. And what I did was I just cut a hole right here in the lid so that this lid can kind of just fit right on top of the downspout. I'll have to figure out how to patch up these corners here so that mosquitoes don't get in and start breeding in the water in there, and then I'll have a big mosquito mess in my backyard, so I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll just wrap a towel around here or something, just kind of keep a towel there or something. But like I said, nothing fancy. Just had an extra garbage can, and I just wanted to have something to do with it. And I've got a little tomato garden right here, so it's right next to this, and so this will be good to use some of the rainwater again in those hot summer months, get in the watering can and water my plants. So hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, nothing fancy, so please don't criticize me too much. I just wanted to get a quick rain barrel. Obviously there are much better ways, more expensive ways to do this, but if you're looking for something in a pinch, you can get these little spigots. I got this from MrBeard.com. It was, at least at the time when I bought it, it was like 99 cents or something like that. So you might be able to find a similar spigot for pretty cheap. So hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.